Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Monday, May 23rd, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general for the day for all 12 signs, so just take what resonates. But as well, I want to thank you in advance for your likes, comments, and of course subscriptions to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. We're going to start by pulling an oracle card from the spellcasting oracle deck for each quarter of the day to break it down, and then we'll further speak upon each quarter and clarify with the small everyday tarot. I just heard let's do this. All right, that may be a vibe throughout this day. I feel as if you could be playing catch up or just I'm hearing refreshing, interesting for my beautiful souls for Monday. Okay. I'm being told to put this one back. Much better. Okay. Alrighty, we have all 4 quarters of the day. Let me just move these up so you can see the bottom. And so we're beginning the day in the spread with answers, as you can see. Let me show you real quick. Answers. And so let's pull some tarot for this. A day to get some clarity, potentially a bit of closure in one way, shape, or form when it comes to the past for some who are drawn to this reading. I do feel as if, I just saw the 7 of Pentacles, you could be putting in work for one reason or another. I mean, it is a Monday, but everyone does have their own kind of work week. But I do feel as if you're getting answers in regards to the future of a project, a business. They're saying a hobby or a job, depending on your situation. But we're getting the 9 of Swords and the Judgment. You could find that you're the night previous to this Monday, waking up into Monday, you didn't have the best sleep, okay? Or your dreams were a bit stressful or overwhelming, or just they may have been stressful and overwhelming. But if you take a moment, there was an answer, or if not multiple answers within them, okay? You may find as if the work that you produce and develop in this first quarter gives you an answer or two that you're looking for, a prediction for a select few. There is a level of honesty that it's pushing you to be one with, to embody when it comes to what you need to admit to oneself, okay? You won't love it, but it's very important, or they're saying partially important, when it comes to what you want to move towards in the near future, okay? The answers will clarify and brighten up the reality of a situation that is destined for you and only you. But then also for some, it may tie into, and even be more so in regards to closure from the past, okay? Definitely getting closure on the past can affect and prepare oneself for the future, okay? Now we have happiness, as you can see, for the second quarter. I'm hearing things shouldn't feel dragged on within this day, and in general, I feel as if it's a day where, as we kind of speed through in a very calm way through these quarters of the day, it just feels like you're going to be accomplishing what you need to throughout this day, but not feeling as if it needs to be dragged on or overdone or just forced, right? Just do what you got to do, and then implement some self-care when you have the free time. But with the 3 of Wands and the 3 of Cups, the number 33 coming out, talking about how there's a level of celebration expected and or taking place in the second quarter, okay? As you make your way to wrap up the first half of the day, there's a reminder that your ships are coming in, okay? You may be pushed to reflect on the past week, given it is a Monday, the beginning of the week, at least in my world. And anyways, weird wording. And so you're pushed to reflect on the successes, whether it was financially or whether it was just success with your business, your job, or other forms of success within this past week, okay? To remind you that it's just a taste of what's to come, all right? And I do feel as if there's a level of celebration, at least a hint of it, I feel the need to say, within this quarter for what you're working towards, okay? There's just something that is thriving. I feel they need to say that you're working towards throughout this day and have been for a while, for a lot, and it just when it increases, takes a step in the right direction, progresses, it leaves you happy. Okay. But the 33 talking about in my reading spiritualities, 3 is talking about success. Okay, but look up the number 33 angel number wise and you'll find a message for you. As I'm drawn to this butterfly right here, talking about how that's something that you've been working on, getting off the ground, making successful, is transforming, and you're transforming through it all, and that is making you happy. Okay, when you're able to go through a transformation that gives you benefits, rewards, and also helps you in a happy way transform, you're winning, my friend. All right, we have fertility move on to the second half of the day. Okay, a focus on what you need to give birth to. It feels like more than one situation, but let's clarify. All right. So I'm expecting the worst when it comes to what you want to give birth to, but that's not going to be for everybody, as I did see the 5 of Cups. We're pulling right for the middle. We have the Chariot. So motivation comes over you to get something started, okay? Whether it's going to happen throughout this day or it's meant to happen moving forward. I feel as if there's a highlight on something small, a small adjustment, change, addition to a business project, job, or hobby. And then there's also a bigger, like, per se, for example, move of residence, a new career switch. It could be literal giving a birth to a child. I feel as if there's just a sense of motivation coming over each and every one of us throughout this third quarter. And it just feels like being aligned with the answers card. You're getting answers in regards to how you're meant to achieve the beginning stage of this giving birth, this new situation. They're saying the door opening, if you will, right? Basically how it's meant to come to be, okay? How you're meant to achieve this beginning. And with the Queen of Swords, you're also gaining some clarity, or being, at the very least, being pushed to reflect and ask oneself, well, then what needs to be released, okay, before then, in order to make sure that this destined situation is going to happen. And it just feels like it's going to happen either way, but wouldn't you want to make sure it happens in the smoothest way possible, right? Preparation in some interesting ways throughout this day. Let the happiness trickle on throughout the rest of the day, as I feel like in the first quarter you may not be the happiest, okay? At the very least feeling a bit tired, overwhelmed from the dreams, the clarity, the answers, the honesty potentially. But I do feel like you have the option, the choice to take that happiness from the second quarter and proceed with it, take it with you to the remainder of the day, okay? And I do feel like gaining a level of clarity and better understanding about how this new beginning is meant to happen and transpire, manifest in your reality, is going to make you feel satisfied, a bit fulfilled. It may ease a little bit of concern within one's mind, even if you didn't fully realize it was there. Beauty. Remember I said taking care of oneself, self-care? It does seem as if with this card representing the last part of the day, that's when you'll have the opportunity to ease the stress in one's mind, or just relax and implement self-care. I'm now getting, for some, it could be your housing situation, or it could be elsewhere and the environment feels a little bit stressful in energy. It might remind you why you've been sort of distracting oneself with other situations like work or whatnot. But I do feel as if you are a little bit behind with your self-care potentially, okay? If not, either way, you're being pushed to prioritize your beauty, your self-care, okay? They're saying your rest. A level of self-love being pushed into the forefront, okay? Prioritizing it. It also feels like in the midst of taking care of oneself with the Lovers, you could be pushed to think about a decision that you made previously or planning to make moving forward, okay? It feels like something that is quite concrete in your mind, even if you haven't made that decision yet. And I do feel like there could be a lot of communication, right? I do sense that there's communication you're preparing for when it comes to somebody that you are interested in. Could be in the category of love, and might wrap up into why you're taking care of oneself. They're saying do it for you, right? Take care of oneself for you, and then the other people secondary, right? To impress, I guess. I just feel like it's a day where you're reminding oneself that the future is bright and that you can find happiness in the present situation or situations, even if they're not perfect, and that you're transforming through it all as there is success and they're saying transition, change, all the meanwhile, and just recognize that you will be able to move away from a situation that's feeling limited, trapped at this time when the time is right, all right, to move forward and embark upon each day and the remainder of this week as a new, fresh opportunity to change, to grow, to succeed, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing Monday, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye.